Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for 𝕊𝕚𝕚𝕝𝕝 And today's attraction tips video is called Needy Men from a Woman's Point of View. Now, in today's video, I want to share with you an email from a woman who was dating a guy, and this guy was coming off as very needy and insecure, and she sent me an email explaining how I was right about all the things that I say in many of my videos. So I wanted to share it with you guys so you understand it from a woman's point of view. And for those of you who are on the fence about me, who think I'm maybe full of it, hopefully this will help confirm that what I'm teaching you guys is right on the money. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. All you have to do is head over to my website at 𝕊𝕚𝕚𝕝𝕝 click on the contact tab and shoot me a message from there. All I ask is that you keep your questions and messages to me rather short and to the point, really just 1 to 2 paragraphs max. Otherwise, I'm just not going to have time to read through them all. But I will get back to you as soon as I can in either a written response or a video response, where I will keep your personal information private. But I do have to take care of my paying clients first, so if you're just a little patient, I usually get back to you within about 2 weeks or so. But if you need to get in touch with me right away, or you want to dive deeper into your situation, the best way to do that is, again, head over to my website at 𝕊𝕚𝕚𝕝𝕝 click on the coaching tab, and there you'll see I have several options for you to choose from. I offer emergency email coaching that includes a response from me on weekends and holidays, and I also offer bi-weekly and monthly coaching where I will work with you throughout that time period. And additionally, I offer phone coaching for my US clients. Now, if you're outside the US, I will have something for you guys in the future in terms of Skype or phone coaching. I'm not sure when exactly, but there will be a time in the future. But for right now, email coaching is the way to go. And I will post a link to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to her email. She says, I came across one of your videos about neediness in a guy, and it made me feel better about why I feel so turned off by this guy, in that there is an explanation. See, what's interesting about her statement is her admission that she didn't understand why she was so turned off by this guy. And as I've stated before, a lot of times women don't consciously understand what they respond to emotionally. They have an idea in their head what they believe they're attracted to or not, but often it doesn't align with their emotions. And since women are emotional beings, they often act based on how they feel. This is why women can be so confusing, where they say one thing, but they do something completely different. And that's because they're acting on emotion. I mean, they don't always act on emotion, but certainly when it comes to love, lust, and romance. She says, this guy came across great on paper. What was I just saying? I mean, women have an idea of what they think they want, but it's not always what stimulates them emotionally. This is why women will say that they want one thing in a man, but they end up with a guy that's completely opposite. I mean, I'm sure you've heard some of your female friends that says, well, there's no way I would date a guy unless he has this, this, or this. And you turn around and all of a sudden she's with a guy that has all of those things. And that's because that guy has stimulated her emotionally. So all those prerequisites that she had laid out that she absolutely does not want in a guy just goes out the window. It doesn't matter because she's stimulated emotionally. It's kind of interesting like that, isn't it? She continues, but this guy came across great on paper, but he did everything you said that turned women off. He was texting at 6 a.m. at the beginning, double texting me asking if something happened to me when I didn't respond to him within the day, and fishing for a happy birthday at 10 a.m. on his birthday kind of passive-aggressively over text. Now, I've actually done a video on all of these topics recommending you not to do these things. And she's really just confirming that they're all total turnoffs to women. I mean, all those things, double texting, texting in the morning and at night, wondering where she is, why she's not responding, all those things. I did videos on all those. So I recommend that if you haven't seen them yet, I recommend that you do check them out. She continues, when I told him I needed more space, he said that I'm worried that you're seeing other people. This was about 3 dates in. 3 dates, and he's already acting possessive. And not only is he being needy, but he's also quite clingy. So many men believe that just because they went on a couple of dates with a woman, that now they're a committed couple. And guys, you just can't take dating so seriously. It's supposed to be fun. I mean, you should be playing the field and dating other women anyway, at least until she locks you down. And when and if she locks you down, then she's going to feel lucky to have you, as opposed to feeling obligated to continue dating you or to continue the relationship so she doesn't hurt your feelings. I mean, who wants to be with a woman like that? I mean, she's in it simply because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. I mean, you want to be with a woman that feels lucky to have you, that will do anything to be with you. And that's really what you should be searching for. She goes on, he was also doing the leaning in thing and hanging on to every word I said. It's kind of scary how he regurgitates things I have told him. Now, I've talked about the lean in too. That's when you're, let's say, at a table or just talking to her and you're leaning in, hanging on to every word that she's saying. And guys think this is no big deal, but I've had numerous women tell me how much of a turnoff it really is. And really all you have to do is, just lean back, relax, take up space. And I'm telling you, it's like a magnet. Every time I have behaved like that, women just come closer and closer until they're on top of you. So you can't be leaning in and hanging on to every word she says. I mean, it communicates, this body language really communicates neediness. She goes on here, I have been on 5 dates with this guy. I had really wanted to like him, but I will be honest in that I am very turned off and somewhat repulsed. And I didn't understand why before, so thanks again. I try to put some distance between us, but even then, I am not excited about seeing him at all. So she gave this guy 5 dates, and she really tried to like him, but his actions were such a turnoff that she just couldn't bring herself to do it, which proves that attraction isn't a choice. She even tried to help the guy by telling him that she needed space, but he just kept coming at her. And listen to some of these words that she used to describe his behavior. Scary, repulsed, a turnoff. I mean, that should tell you right there. I mean, those are all very negative things that you don't want any girl thinking of you in those ways when you're trying to date her. And another thing I wanted to point out is when she says that she tried to put some distance between them, but she's still not excited about seeing him at all. And this is one of the reasons why I tell you guys that women need space. I mean, sometimes they just need time and space to process their emotions, to think about you, to wonder about you, to see if they miss you. In fact, in my last video about being mysterious, I talk about this. And it's very important for her attraction. And in the famous words of David D'Angelo, you want to give her the gift of missing you. And this is part of, again, in my last video about being mysterious that I was talking about. You don't want to be in her face constantly. In fact, her being a little frustrated and not seeing you or not getting everything out of you is much better than you always being around or you giving full disclosure on everything. She just has nothing to wonder about. She doesn't miss you. She doesn't think about you because you're always there. And women don't necessarily want to miss you, but they do want to feel that draw and that excitement in seeing you again. And like I said, when you're there all the time, at her beck and call, always available to her, she just doesn't have that space to miss you. So really, the takeaway from this woman's email is don't be needy, don't be clingy, and just give her a little space. So if you guys have found this video helpful or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I would also really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, I also have a link to some books, some books that I highly recommend that you check out so you can further understand relationships and how a woman's psychology and just understanding the whole dating game altogether. I highly recommend these books, so check out that link. And I also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.